All right, Shalom.
Shalom,
I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Bahashem,
Yahushua,
Rakakwadash.
Dash. Double honors to the Apostle of Great Millstone. Hoping that we are getting out. But yeah, man, we just wanted to make a quick video on talking about Jacob's trouble. 2019 is, Lord willing, is a time that we are really finna have everything be pushed, because I'm pretty positive and having the faith that the RFID chip is going to be pushed dramatically and rapidly next year. They already have it mandatory at jobs in Sweden, and Jacob's trouble to come and play martial law. Uh, Famine's finna come in, the concentration camps. So a lot of things that we could be taking into play. Lord willing, we are getting up out of here, and Lord willing, we are part of the elect of the Lord. And people got filling that 1/3 slot. So, if you have a precept, you can go ahead and start it off right here.
All right, I'm going to start in Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And these are things that we've been seeing for a long time, because this is just, because really when Yahushua came on the scene, which is the true name of who the world calls Jesus Christ, which that name goes back to Serapis. But when he came on the scene over 2,000 years ago, that's when the end started. Because if you remember, 1,000 years is a day to Yahweh. So really, we've only, it's only been over 2 days. So all the stuff that's happened in between that has showed us that we're in the end. Because, the disciples, well, they became apostles. They talked about being in the end. But right now, we're starting to see major escalation with World War III. All these different nations are really starting to realize that America isn't the dominating, I guess, superpower that it was before. So now they're starting to, because they really, like, just like in school, if there's a bully and a bully is strong, he's going to beat everybody up. But once they realize that he has a weakness or that his strength is diminished, then they're going to, strike back at him. And that's the same thing they're going to do with America, because America has been the I guess, the superpower that's really fucked everybody over throughout the world, I guess would be the way to put it. So we see that these things are popping off, and that these countries are turning against America, and they're really showing their hatred towards them, like Iran burning the U.S. dollar, and it's gonna end in the United States being destroyed. So this is verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So nation against nation is talking about race wars, because there's 18 nations in the Bible. And kingdom against kingdom is world wars, like America against Russia and Iran and China. And then it says famines, and there's going to be three types of major famines. The most crucial one being the famine of the word, and then there's going to be a famine where there's no food, and also where there's no water. And it says, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And there's been earthquakes happening lately, like 7.0 magnitude earthquakes. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows, which that's leading us into Jacob's trouble. So I guess, I mean, I can read on. If
You
you,
want
you
to?
got any, you got anything you want to say?
I got a precept, but if you're trying to continue, real quick, you can continue. Good.
All right, this is verse 9. Because there's a lot of things that are going to go in with Jacob's trouble. But Jacob's trouble is ultimately being brought upon the planet to destroy the 2/3 of our people. All right, and that's pursuing to Zechariah 13, 8 to 9, I think, somewhere. It's at the end of the chapter. And this says, verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's talking about us, people that are speaking the truth, people that are prophesying. All right, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone on down. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. So people aren't going to regard emotions. People are all emotional. They're not going to care what you think or how you feel, or how many sons and daughters you got. They're going to kill you and steal your supplies if they have to, because that's the thing. Because they even show you in movies, like in the Dark Knight movie, Batman was interrogating. If you have you seen that movie?
Dark Knight. Yeah. Con. I seen that movie.
Joker was being interrogated, and he told me what he said is, he said to Batman, he said, when the chips are down, meaning when all hell breaks loose, these people are going to eat each other, these civilized people, because they're not civilized. They rely so heavily, and they're so dependent on the government and on these, commodities and these conveniences, that when something happens, they're going to freak out. And we've seen a taste of that from Venezuela. How there was a video of them going into a field and chasing down some animal and eating it. Like, they killed it on the spot and ate it. That's how hungry they were. So people are going to be eating each other too, just like they did in Babylon after the exile, not the exile, the siege, when the Babylonians took, Judah down. The Judites were eating each other, and there was cannibalism going on. And that same thing's going to happen now. It says, verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And that, that's already been happening for a long time with these religions like Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Islam. But this is also going into Israelites, like camps like IUIC and HOI, ISUPK, etc. Because they're not warning you about these things. The people that are warning you are, GMS. We're the ones that are talking about prophecy constantly, and starting with the apostles, we've been talking about the microchip, which is a big prophecy, one of the biggest prophecies that's going to come to play right before Jacob's trouble, or right at the beginning. Because when hell breaks loose, they're going to use that chip as a solution to people's problems. And we got verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So going into people not regarding, one another's feelings or situations. They're going to kill you for survival. Their survival instincts are going to kick in. Because, like I always say, I bring this up a lot when we talk about these topics. If people beat each other and damn near kill each other on Black Friday for fucking TVs, what are they going to do when they have no food? So, and they show you that in The Walking Dead. Also, they show you that people turned into cannibals because they had this place where people would go to, and when they got there, they'd be killed. And they'd be like butchered and eat. They'd be eaten.
God.
I don't know if you've seen that part in The Walking Dead. It was like later in the season.
I seen some episodes here and there. I wasn't really into it. Like, it was a good show. I just didn't really get into it that much.
Verse 13, and then you can go. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that's what we got to do. Lord willing, part of the elect, both of us, and the sincere, Akim, and the sincere Akwath as the 1/3. But we got to endure these afflictions.
But yeah, man. I just wanted to get back onto this is where it's like comes in for World War III. This is Revelations chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And what was the second woe, which was World War II, and the first woe was World War I. So since this is the third woe and the final war, and how quickly it's going to come on to us, it's the war that's going to end all wars. So it's going to wipe out just a whole bunch of existence. But this will be Revelations chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and the time of the dead, and they shall be judged, and that shall just give reward unto servants, the prophets, to the saints, and in that feared thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So like Russia, Iran, Iraq, China, we will deal honestly often to go to a world war with them, and how they already Russia's already having their tanks already at the borders of oh snap, what was the Ukraine. You know what it was? Ukraine. It was Ukraine. And they already got the borders there, man. They're ready to shut down. So once Russia starts taking action at them, the U.S. automatically got to jump in, and that's what's going to start everything up. Because that's going to start at any given moment. It can happen whenever. But it's finna get real bad and dirty out here, and that's supposed to be. I think that's supposed to be one of the very last of parts of Jacob's trouble, and it's just gonna like take it all off, because first the has to come play first. Before it's basically saying before World War III, the chip's gonna have to come into play, but it's supposed to come in quickly right after the chip has dropped, and that's where it comes into play. Where I got me Slovakia. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he that caused it all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free, bond, and receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this is verse 17, that no man might be able to buy, sell, save that he had the mark on the name of the beast or the number of his name. And that's what's coming before the final war, which is the RFID chip. And It's just people are not going to realize what they're getting themselves into. Like a lot of military people I have conversations with, they sit there and say, that's not going to happen, this, that, and the third. And you know how America is. They think that they're so powerful. They're not even prepared for what's really going to happen. They're not even sitting here talking about what the big current events is going on, like on RT News. They're not talking about that because most military folks that I see, all they doing is laying around at their house that they just bought, or riding around town in a new car, chilling, playing Xbox. They're not even worrying about what's really going to happen. This is how you know that these properties are going to come into play, because they just sitting here not doing nothing about it.
Yeah, that's a prophecy in itself.
Huh.
And that's actually heavy, as you said, that, America isn't ready for it, because there was a study that came out, an article, I'm pretty sure it was RT, that America could lose a war to Russia alone, let alone everybody else coming against them. And if a lot of these wars America gets involved in by false flags, like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor, I don't know if for sure if they bombed themselves or if they just knew it was coming. Or there's also 9/11, and there's also I think it's a USS Maddox, which was during Vietnam. They always do false flags to get themselves involved in the war, because America knows that their economy is through, man. And the only way that they can revive it is by going to war. So they have no choice. They have to go to war. They absolutely have to.
Because speaking of that, this is how you know a lot of people are finna get destroyed, man, because a lot of people right now are lazy. They don't want to work, right? So they trying to get some quick money, and they thinking that they're not finna go to war and like that. So they try to go do some type of listing in the army. Like they do something where it's like, let's say they try to like just load up and ship cargoes and whatnot. But they don't realize that when they enlist, you're signing your life away. So when something major happens, you have to fight. You can sit there and all you want, saying like, "Oh man, I didn't sign up to go fight." That's where the draft comes in. That means everybody has to go. It don't matter who you are. You have to go by law. That's where it comes to play. Where if you don't know, you go to prison. But people are thinking they're trying to get some quick money, that they can hurry up and get their new car. They can hurry up and go get their new house. So they don't have to like struggle and try to like strive to get it on their own by just working a 9-to-5 job. So people just don't realize what they're getting themselves into.
I get what you mean. So you're saying they're just looking at the benefits of it, and that's the only reason why they're doing it. Not because they actually care about their country or anything. They just want to get those. They want to receive those benefits of it.
I have people who are in the army now that I went to school with. That's the only reason why they did it. I had a buddy here in New York. He's stationed in New York right now, but he lived here. He went in like a year after we graduated, and he just wanted to get his new car. He said he was trying to do just 2-3 years, and he get up out of there. And I'm like, man, he keeps now telling me to join it because it's fun, because you get to mess with so many women, you get to travel and whatnot. Like I said, all the benefits. They get so much benefits, but you didn't realize that you get all the benefits because your life is on the line. They own you. Well, the government own you now, regardless, but they really own you where they can make you do whatever when it comes to a certain time.
And then, like you said, if they don't, then it's treason. They're going to go to prison for it.
And they probably most likely die in prison.
Yeah. This is I want to bring this out because we're talking about World War III. This is the ultimate end game, is when those missiles get shot off. That's when Yahweh Shai is going to return. So this is Revelations 18:4, and I'm going to read down to verse 10. I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So it's referring to America as her. Right? Because on the top of the page in this Bible that I'm using, it says Babylon's iniquities. And on the next page, it says the judgment of the great whore. So we know this is just, metaphors for America being a whore. And when it says come out of her, my people, a lot of Israelites, they think, well, that means I'm going to get a passport and leave. Well, it means that you need to disconnect spiritually. You need to repent and come back to Yahweh Shema Shai and get out of the world. That's what it's talking about. And it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. All right, so Yahweh, you tell us to forget about the things that happened in America, like slavery. Yahweh didn't forget about it. That's why he's going to visit their iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's what a lot of people say as well. They say that they're not going to see, not in their lifetime, or not in the next 10 years, You know, they say all this manner of madness, and they have no idea how close it really is. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Burning from what? The nuclear missiles. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So anywhere from Washington, you know, down to Texas and Florida and California, New York, Maine, all these places are going to get nuked. And it's going to take 1 hour for it all to be destroyed.
Khan. Shalom, Aki.
Shalom.
Shalom, Ak.
This is Buddy a call, man. How about Shem Yabashai Brakatha, man?
How about Shem Yabashai
Brakatha? Did you say what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Jacob's trouble.
Well, right now we're talking about World War III, but basically, you know, prophetic events.
Okay.
Basically.
People don't realize that it's finna get real out here, man, because I have people tell me all the time, man, that ain't finna happen in our lifetime. People want to be smart with you, like, you know when that's gonna happen? It's gonna happen, and we're already gonna be dead when that happens. I'm like, man, this shit around the corner, y'all don't even realize it, man.
And you know why they say that? They don't believe that. They don't truly believe that. They just want they're trying to convince themselves that that's reality, that it won't happen in their lifetime because they don't want to deal with it. But they're gonna have to.
And I say one more thing, man. I mean, most of them they partially are right, because especially if it's Jake, because you niggas is getting knocked off in Jacob's trouble. Like, that's the reason for Jacob's trouble.
I just said that not too long ago.
He did. That shit pop, man.
Get rid of you 2/3 niggas, bro. Hey, that's the spirit though. If you just said that shit, but I mean that's facts though. Like, that's the reason why there is a Jacob's trouble.
I said for the 2/3 because they're destruction. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this out quick because we're talking about how they don't know what's going on. Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. All right, and this is all spiritual. It's saying that they're dead from the neck up. They don't know what's going on, and that's talking about our people. And it's telling you right here that America is Sodom and Egypt, coming back. And what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed by fire and brimstone. The same way it's going to happen again.
God. That's the spirit, though, because that was actually my next precept. That's the spirit, because I was looking at it before I even got to, because I was talking about chapter 11, verse 14, about the second woe and the third woe. I was going to get on to that next.
I actually want to say something, too, because when I saw my dad a while ago, I mean, I kept trying to tell him about this truth and stuff, and he's not hearkening to it, which, that's kind of expected, because it ain't that often that your family member's going to wake up. But anyways, he tells me, he's like, pretty soon they're going to put a chip in everybody. And I didn't even tell. How will be having people say the heaviest things and they don't even realize what they said. That was because that was super heavy, man. And that's prophecy. And all you Jakes teaching that the mark of the beast is sin. How about Shmuel Shai is going to destroy you, man? It's ridiculous.
I had to follow. I had to block that one dude. I had to remember yesterday when I said in the chat, I said this dude talking about saying the mark of the beast is not. That's not the mark of the beast, the RFID chip.
You talking about that seed of David nigga?
Yeah, I said I didn't even know he was. I was like, that dude off. I said, bro, I'm blocking this dude. He off.
A lot of them sold out. That's why he's That's right.
Especially no camp doctrine, nigga. That has to be the most retarded Israelites there are out there. Like they're spiritually, mentally challenged, if that fucking makes sense. Like
they going by their own personal belief to make them feel better about themselves or some shit.
Man, they got spiritual Down syndrome, man. Like that shit is hard. They be trying to go off, it don't make no sense.
I saw I had to follow I think I had to unfollow End Times because this dude kept sitting here trying to defend women and shit. And I was like, bro,
sap too. I hit him up. He talking about the name is Ahaya something, Ashaya, some other bullshit. I was like, yeah, you're bugged out too, son. And it's like it's crazy because he be posting some edifying shit sometimes, but then he just he's a sap for these fucking women, man. And then he's off with the name, so it's
he ain't got the whole road.
Yeah.
Because in the Bible, because there's an in between prophets. There's false prophets and there's prophets. So either you got it or you don't.
Exactly. So yeah, hey, like I just said, man, if you ain't got it, then you're not a prophet, bro. And that's what
you ain't got it. He's trying to be one of the men out there that's just trying to do everything he can to please a female.
And he do that, but then he be talking about, like when I was talking to him, he talks about how he hates the division and shit like that. But it's like that's what I don't get. I don't get how these niggas don't get it. All of Israel's not about to come together. Like they totally skipped the fact that only a third of Israel, only the remnant, only the elect is getting out this thing.
Apostle Gabar actually made a video on that too, because the people in the unity camps, they're completely, they're not listening to the scriptures where it says to avoid people that teach contrary doctrine. But then they're also not rebuking each other. They say they just teach the things that they agree on. Well, you're letting if you truly love each other, then you're letting him get destroyed because he doesn't believe the true doctrine. You're not rebuking him.
Exactly.
So they're off, man. I strongly believe that only the sellouts actually do that stuff, man.
Hey, Malachi, you was in that one chat, the old one, right? On WhatsApp?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, with all the motherfucking camps. It was like a couple people out of
Oh no, I don't think I was in that then.
It was like maybe one. I think it was like one person from ISUBK or GOC, some shit. He was from some other camp.
Yeah, I wasn't in that.
It was like a couple of no camp doctrine people, and then it was like a couple bitches in there. But everybody was just off. Like there was all the people that was following GMS, they was cutting people and rebuking shit, and niggas was getting emotional. The women, of course, was getting emotional, and then here come the Captain Save-A-Ho niggas, and they was
right.
Like that's what me and Shamak had, bro. We made a whole new chat because it's like, bro, this shit's pointless. Like, there's no reason for this shit, dog.
I didn't pay attention to them niggas because I wasn't familiar with them, so I wasn't paying attention. But then I did see some shit where they was trying to like protect women and shit. I said, bro, stop being bitches. Like this shit's annoying as fuck. Stop doing that. The Lord gonna kill y'all for that.
It's supposed to put out their weak nature, man. I ain't got my sword on me. I'm lacking, so I got my little dagger. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to put.
Well, do you have a Bible app?
Yeah.
You can use that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I call this my dagger because it ain't my full-on sword and shit.
Man, this shit is, man. These motherfuckers, they don't realize they finna catch a rude awakening. A motherfucker can tell you they don't care all day because they don't. That's how you know a lot of people are sensitive because they try to tell you, like we said before, they try to make themselves believe so hard that's not gonna happen because a lot of these motherfuckers are sensitive. They're not ready. A lot of people they fear death. You gotta realize a lot of people fear death. So that's how they know they trying to believe so hard that they don't think this is gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in their generation. They think they're gonna live to be 40, 50 years old. Because I be asking people, do you really think you're gonna live to be 40, 50? They're like, yeah. I said, man, get the fuck out of my face, man. You probably not even gonna live to be 30. So fuck out of my face.
Hey, this second Ezra's 14:14. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. That's what a lot of you men got to start doing that shit, man. You know, because there's a lot of sap ass niggas in Israel, man, and hoes and head wraps.
Not all Israel's of Israel.
Come, because yeah, man, this shit like it's getting too. We getting too close to the end, bro, to be caring to
exactly.
Emotions.
And I was just watching a video that Apostle Tahar made because every time we say something, somebody's like, "Well, let's have a debate." We ain't got time for that shit.
Like, bro,
right? What the fuck?
The debate is about to break loose, and you're trying to debate who Esau is, man.
Come on, man. Like, bro, the time for debates was years ago. The apostles been did all that shit, bro. All that debating shit's out the window, man.
Well, debating is really against the scriptures anyways, because it says after a couple times, just leave them alone. Then
right, after the first and second admonition, reject, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like, there's only so much that you can say to these niggas, man. So,
yeah, then you're just fighting against Yahweh because he's the one holding their eyes shut, man.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like you trying to force something into, you trying to force them to get the knowledge that you have, but it's not gonna fucking work, man. Because the Most High blinded. He ain't got he ain't open everybody's eyes, man. Everybody ain't gonna be so-called woke to this shit because they dumb as hell.
All right, they not gonna take heed. Then ain't no point to continue the conversation.
Comment. I'll be like how you supposed to live by the scriptures and shit. That's the one I live by the most. After the first and second admonition, reject. I don't spend no time with no scoffers or nobody that they ain't gonna get it, man.
I need to learn how to start doing that. Like I've been calming down lately, but maybe some motherfuckers that be trying to, because these motherfuckers, it's not even the point, because it's really not the point where it's like they not getting it. Because I don't give a fuck if you get it or not. It's when they start like just respecting shit on my name, which I gotta stay humble on that. But it's like, hold on, bro, don't try to sit here and think that I'm stupid or some shit.
Yeah, because that's going into them getting emotional because it's not personal, man.
Exactly.
Nothing about this is personal. I don't give a fuck what you do in your free time or who you are, man. If you don't read this word, then I don't give a fuck about you, man.
Exactly.
Fuck out of my face.
Hey, real quick, this Titus 3:10. Well, I'll start at 9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition reject, man. And that's another thing. Israel, 2/3 is too caught up in all these goddamn worldly ass genealogy and shit like that, man. Like these damn horoscopes and fucking
What they worried about? What they worried about them damn what's that thing when you're when you're born that month is who you are as a person.
That's the horoscope.
Yeah, that's
the horoscope. Okay, I didn't know what it was called. It was just people just be saying, "Oh, I'm
talking about like Leo and stuff like that."
Yeah, I'm a Leo or I'm a Sagittarius. It explains who they are, why their personality is like that. And I'm like, bro, that's stupid.
Yeah, and it's like y'all.
Pretty sure that's witchcraft too.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like y'all, they real deal base their lives off that shit, yo. Like they'll read a horoscope for a day and be like, all right, this is how I'm finna act. And it's like you got to be really bugged out to fucking believe every simple fucking thing that you hear, man. Proverbs 1 and what is it? 1 and 22? Yeah. You
said Proverbs 1 and 22?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge, man.
Yeah, Jake loves talking shit, man. You go on any video, there's somebody talking shit about somebody, man.
That's all they look, bro. That's all Jake, bro. On this side, that's all Jake good for, man. They good for talking shit, smoking a little bit of weed, and then
fuck somebody's bitch.
Like just wicked shit, bro. Like they love to do fucking wickedness. I think there's a scripture for that. Woe to them that love wickedness. Or something like that.
Jake love committing adultery. Like they love to like, bro. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like women do it too, but niggas are starting to do it. So I'm like, bro, that's gay. Cause why you want to fucking the nigga bitch and then you want to rub it in his face and tell him this, that, and the third? I'm like, nigga, why do y'all do that? That's low key. Well, it's kind of gay.
It's already kind of gay because it's already used and you're just, like
that's what I'm saying.
Already put his thing in there and then you're putting your thing in there. That's fucking nasty, man.
Like a half-bit sandwich, bro. Like that shit's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna eat after you. I'm gonna bite a sandwich and it got all his drool on it, or he could be sick. And then it's like, all right, well, he ate that, bro. I want to eat it too from his same sandwich. I'm like, bro, that's
Malakaya, I just got the Subway. I'm gonna take 2 bites, pass it to you. Then after you done, take 3 bites, pass it to your Wanda. That shit's fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get niggas, man.
That sandwich is a Harley, man, at that point.
I'm telling you. Like that shit's crazy, yo. But hey, that's how our people is, man. That's exactly how our people is nowadays.
And going back into the topic, that's why Jacob's trouble's coming, because our people gotta die, man. All throughout the scriptures, they would, they'd be right for like 2 seconds, and then they just go right back to idol worship or some other bullshit, man. And that's the same thing with the Christians. They're saying Jesus Christ, that's an idol too. They're no different, man. And just like how it said in Judges, cry to when hell breaks loose, cry to Jesus Christ and don't come to us.
Right.
Cry to his faggot ass and see what happens.
Right. Get on your knees and pray to him.
Gosh, because Jake wants to fuck around all day long, 24/7. But then when something happens, now it's time. Now we want to be serious. Just like your brother was saying, how when there's people in prison, they always want to learn about the Bible. But then once they get out, they drop it all.
Right. They don't even be changed. Talk about I'm a changed man. Nigga, you didn't change. You was just stuck somewhere and you were doing whatever you can to get out.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? You made no sense what you just said when they be doing that. Like, They bugged out as hell.
I'm going to get this, and this is Daniel 12:1, and I'm going to read verse 2 also. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book, which we know is the book of life. And we know, based off what it just said, that it's going to be the worst time to come upon the planet. Right? So people, you ever hear stories about, people talking about the Great Depression. Well, what I call it is the greatest depression is what's coming. The greatest depression ever. Verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they're going to be immensely shameful because they're going to realize that what we're doing right now, it was a burden for them, but compared to the reward, this is nothing, man. This is light work compared to the reward. And they're going to regret that because once you get to the other side, you're going to look and say, that was nothing, man. That was lightweight compared to what the reward is. Right. And they're going to regret it because they don't get to reap the benefits because they didn't put in the work.
Hey, man, scriptures say, man, you reap what you sow.
Exactly.
And even these worldly niggas say that shit.
I'm actually going to there was something on that regarding death also.
I was going to say Jake liked to do everything at the last minute. They would be especially like when it comes to bills, they want to pay for it at the last minute. Or they want to go do this and that, third. Like just everything they just do is at the last minute. So like during Jacob's trouble, they're gonna want to get right, which is the last minute.
This is Job 4. I'm gonna start at verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
God,
so you can't commit adultery and eat pork and curse the man of the Lord and expect not to be destroyed, man. You can't expect anything less than that.
That was Job 4 and what?
4, 7 to 8, I believe. That's what I just read.
And I got a precept for that. This Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall the Spirit reap everlasting life. All right, and that's what the Akin's doing, man. We reaping in our spirit. We're not worried too much about this flesh shit. Yeah, you got to balance this shit out, but we more so focused about building up our spirit. While you worldly niggas is worried about building up your 401k and your pension account and trying to get 3 cars in the fucking crib and shit. All that shit's going to be burned up, man.
It's vanity.
And then on top of that, you're going to lose that shit in Jacob's trouble.
Oh,
yeah.
The scriptures on that.
You're gonna lose all that shit on Jacob's trouble, man. Once that shit pop off, man, these niggas, bro. I keep saying these niggas. There's probably some of you niggas watching this. You niggas are through, man. Like, for real. And Lord willing, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh keep us out of that shit, man. But we got faith. We got faith that he's gonna do that. So we not worried, man. At the end of the day, because we know that this shit's coming. All right. Y'all can be the one that's blinded.
All right. Just Lord willing, we out. When Jacob trouble drop, we already out.
But what do you mean by that?
I'm gonna say what you say, Art?
I was saying, Lord willing, we out by the by the time we are. I'm just saying we already out by then.
What do you mean out?
Yeah, which in the chariots and shit.
Yeah, when the chariots.
No, that ain't gonna happen. Scriptures. I'm just gonna. This is just rebuke edification because I know other camps be teaching that madness.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble. That's because there's a lot of scriptures that say, "Try it as a gold in the fire," and he that endure, we gotta endure that. We're gonna. And that's why Yahweh said, "My servant shall eat, but ye should be hungry." So Yahweh Shema Shai willing, we're of the elect. We're gonna have to go through it, but we're gonna be able to endure it. Yahweh isn't trying to kill us. He's trying to preserve us through that time. Yeah, but we're still gonna have to go through it.
Well, I mean, how people are going to try and find us, people going to want to get the word out from us, oh, we want to listen to you now, stuff like that.
They ain't gonna already get that.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm saying, Lord willing, we already gone from them, so where they can't find us is what I meant.
Oh, okay,
even if because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people around me. If they ask me a question, bro, fuck off. You had I don't know how long to get this truth, man. You despised it when I brought it, especially if I know you personally and I brought this to you. And you denied it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that denied the prophets, man, is denying Yahweh. So to hell with them, man. That's real. That's real life.
Huh.
Y'all thought that y'all knew what y'all was talking about back then. So keep that same. Keep like these bitches be saying, man. Keep that energy, bro. Like, put out this shit, man. Cause you gonna need it. You gonna need all that energy to be running from your goddamn fingers.
All right, I got some scripts.
Hey,
I got some scripts regarding you talking about Jake wanting to get cars, and really what he does is he worships money.
Right? Yeah.
This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. All right, now I'm going to turn to Luke 6, and I'm going to start at 21. Salakia. I'm going to start at Luke. Oh, okay. I'll start. Yeah, I wasn't trying to start there, but I'll start there. Luke 6 and 21. Well, 20. Well, okay. I'll start at 20. All right. This is Luke 6 and 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of Yahweh. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Now this is where I wanted to start, but that was heavy. 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
So
that speaks for itself, man.
That's facts. Cause that last part when he said, "Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep."
For woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Man, and that's pointed directly at you scoffers, man, because y'all think this shit funny. But really, for you niggas that think this is entertainment, y'all watch our videos, you see us get into it with an Edomite or a 2/3 nigga, and you think you get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah, that's why they be watching them other camps. So they see some title some title that just immediately it's just some argument.
Y'all look for clickbait, man. Y'all look at the picture, and if it looks like somebody's getting into some drama, then y'all click on it. Cause Jake loves drama, man. Really, everybody do, but especially Jake. Y'all like being in everybody's fucking business.
Come on.
And y'all love that shit, but scripture say, man, y'all gonna laugh now, bro. It's gonna be paraphrasing, but y'all gonna be mourning later. And I feel no pity for you niggas, man. Like
rightfully so.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't. If I felt bad for y'all, that would basically be me looking back.
I mean, Yahweh said he's gonna laugh at their calamity. He's gonna mock their fear.
Right. So it's like, nah, bro, I can't be looking back like, damn, that's fucked up. Nah, bro, they chose that. They chose that shit. If I'm looking back at them, worried about what's happening, what judgment being put upon them, man, I'm trying to take my hand off the plow, man. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Because you call
paraphrasing another script.
I was gonna say you came so far into this story, you can't just
bro, we
back down.
Yeah, we too far in this shit right now, man. Like, I mean, I ain't been in it too long. I've been in this truth for a year now, but that's still we too.
Yeah, but that's just his life.
I
mean, we've been waiting so long for this, man. We got to be in it for the long haul.
Hey, and that's probably exactly what the brother said, man. That's this life. You feel me? So it's like, bro, like Israel's been first and foremost the elect, man. We've been waiting for this shit for too long, bro. So we too close to the end to try and turn back now, bro. This is not the 60s. This ain't the 1800s, the 1700s. Nah, bro. We at the door.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody that does fall out within the next couple months, man, hey,
It is what it is.
Dealing with you, Burn. Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, I know you said we've been waiting too long. I know you didn't mean it like we're rushing. I know how you meant it because I just want to clear that up so people don't get confused. We're saying we went too far to just stop running now. So
exactly,
just to clear that up.
We ain't rushing the Lord, man. He can take as long as he want to because at the end of the day, we fucked up. And that's another thing that I don't get about Jake, man. How the hell do you lose patience on the Lord and you the one that fucked up?
Oh, there's actually a scripture on that. Script.
So y'all gotta get y'all punishment, man. With shit, we almost out of timeout, bro. Fuck it, like
this is the final quarter of the game.
Like, bro, man, get this shit out, man. Get this shit over with. That's why I was like, bro, like this is vexing. It's vexing to still wake up every day and having to go carry out in this regular ass, simple ass world. But man, when you think about the fact that we right at the door, bro, every day that we wake up is another day closer to getting the fuck out of here. That's right. So it's like,
and I was talking to the brother about. Well, I mean, I was really just saying it, but I
anxious as hell, man. Like
to Yahweh,
pop off, yo.
To Yahweh, 1,000 years.
I'm ready for you niggas to get
it. Slocko, what were you saying?
Well, I was because really, according to Yahweh's time, you can't.
What happened?
He's. I think he's gonna rejoin. I think it's yeah. Can you hear now?
Oh.
Would your phone die?
Nah, my dumbass. I got my phone plugged up to the aux, but eventually your car battery cut off and shit.
Oh yeah, true.
I was
so you couldn't hear?
Yeah, I was like, bro, what the hell's up with my phone? But I just had to cut the keys on. Select it.
Well, I was saying, to Yahweh, 1,000. Well, I mean, to us, 1,000 years to him is a day. So really, we've been waiting for over 2 days. That's literally it.
Oh yeah. Hey, ain't there a scripture where it says in the third day he will rise up or something like that? Some paraphrasing.
I don't know if I've heard that. I want to pull this out because you're talking about them people losing patience with Yahweh. It's Ecclesiastes 2:14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. It says, woe unto you. I'm pretty sure woe means destruction or death.
What was it?
Something like that.
Hey, hold on. I got this. I'm gonna read it first, and before I pull it out, I want to make sure it's like the one I'm looking for. Yeah, it's Hosea 6:2. After 2 days, he will revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight.
Oh, yeah. Con, now I know what you mean. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
And, man, we in the third day right now.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? So, shit, we about to get rose up, man. It's any day right now. Especially once they roll that chip out, that shit's liable to pop off.
I think, I honestly, I believe it's got to be real close, man.
Bro, yo, man.
I believe, the chip could be mandatory in 2019. I don't know, but I believe that this place is going to get destroyed very, very soon, man. Not in a couple months, but, I don't see it being 2 years away or nothing like that. But if it does, we got to be in it for the long haul, man. We got to be in it for the long haul. Apostle Tahar been in for 30 plus years, man. We got to be willing to be there, be here that long, man.
Because it's like, bro, like, man, I ain't trying to put no time on it, man. But
we're not trying to, but we just believe, man.
I just don't. You look at this shit that's happening, bro. Like this shit can't go on for that much longer. Like I can't see past 3, 4, 5 years. I can't. I can't fucking see it. Now, if the Lord has it to where it's like that, hey, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta endure. But either way, bro, I can't see anything over fucking 5 years, cause you got them damn scholars and shit even saying by 2022 the damn dollar gonna be done. So
yeah.
But
that's by 2022.
Right, and that's
by.
So that's still a large window right there, man.
Exactly, bro. Like you see,
you also gotta think that the elites, they control the dollar, so they can crash it anytime they want. And apparently, the Economist 2019 magazine, they pushed heavily on the chip. So in order for them to make that shit mandatory, they got to crash the dollar.
So I was gonna say there was a video I was gonna watch it before we got on before we got on here, but it was a spirit that I had to get on and make another video. Apostle Tahar, he made a post saying, see if I can read it. Nah, I'm not gonna lead on it real quick. But he said, that 2019, he believed.
Yeah, that's what I was watching.
Oh, that's you was watching. Yeah, I was finna watch it because he believes that this everything finna crack down in 2019. Like everything's finna get pushed for real.
I don't know if you know, or even you call at 2018, like before it started, because Apostle Tahar, he declares what it is for the year through the Spirit. You know, Yahweh Shemel Shai reveals something to him. He said that 2018 was a year of prophecy, and look how much shit has went down, man, in just this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying trust in men, but I'm just saying Yahweh speaks through him. He's in, like they say, he's in Moses' seat. So if he says that the mark of the beast is going to be pushed heavily, I mean it's already being pushed heavily. So I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes mandatory.
Because Apostle Tahar is the wisest man on the earth right now. Like the brother said, we not relying on man, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua man, he's working with that man. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's major encouragement too.
Speaking through him, so.
But I also think because I don't know because people dealing with 400 years, right? Do they believe that it's gonna be like that Yahweh Shai is gonna come back like in January? Is that what they believe?
Yeah, with that 400 year shit, I don't necessarily think they believe it's in January, but I just think they just keep saying 2019.
Because I feel like if there's people that think it's going to be like, they think that Yahweh Shai is going to return like January or February, then they're going to fall out if he doesn't. And that's why I think he's not, because those people are set up to fall out.
And that's what I'm saying. Lord willing, that's what they think, because that way we can go ahead and get the fuck, get who else ain't needed in this shit out of here, man.
Because that's another thing. The elect, once they seal this, the angels are going to release those winds.
Exactly. And yeah, man, like the brother said, man, Apostle Tahar declared 2018 is the year of prophecy, man. And that was when all the earthquake was happening, all these goddamn fires and all this other shit. So, bro, this either the year of, I can't even say the chip or Jacob's trouble, because Jacob's trouble is gonna be because of the chip.
Come on.
Yeah, but they go hand in hand.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like whichever one. It's not a. I think the chip would have to happen first.
Well, I would think that they'd have to, because they have to show you a reason to get it first.
Oh yeah,
because what they do is they do problem solutions. So, for example, they'll crash the dollar and say, "Well, now you got to take this chip. That's the only way you can buy stuff."
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. It's like they're gonna crash it and then bring the chip.
And then if you think about it, that them crashing it, because the thing is, however far away it is, we know that it's going to happen like a chain reaction. It's going to tip over like dominoes because the economy collapses. The truckers are going to go on strike. There's going to be riots. There's going to be martial law declared because of the riots. There's going to be a chip. It all goes together. It's not like it's going to be the chip and then fucking like 50 years later they're going to have martial law. It all goes together, man.
You think?
Hey, Lord willing, it ain't like that.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, but that's what niggas is thinking, man. And man, it's like, bro, like I said, we remain humble in this. We are in no way saying that we know when this is gonna pop off or anything.
No, not at all.
But
no idea. But like here, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and speak.
But yeah, all we saying is, man, we got faith, bro. And that's what.
And doesn't Scripture say that men shall live by faith? That's how we're living.
I'm saying, like, bro, we have faith that this shit ain't gonna be going on much longer, man. And you can look at the fucking signs, like.
Yeah, and we're not even being biased, like
exactly.
Because if I was being biased, I would say, yeah, we're gonna get out of here 2019. But I'm trying so hard not to be biased. It's major things are gonna happen, man. In 2019.
That's all I can think of.
Like,
I don't know what, but something, man.
So, Slaki, I was gonna say, do y'all believe? Well, not really believe, but y'all think that that everything's gonna prophesize like exactly in order, like 1, 2, 3.
I mean, some prophecies, like because you look at like the chip, but the prophecies in Isaiah, you would think, well, okay, so Isaiah's gonna happen first. It's not always like that. It just, but you'll know. I mean, it'll make sense, but I don't know if it will be in order like that.
But wouldn't like I could be wrong. I ain't saying that this is it or some shit, but wouldn't World War III be like the final strike?
Yeah. because
Yeah,
the people, because if they did the chip after, then how would they get destroyed in the nuclear fire? But here's the thing: World War III. I mean, would they say, yeah, we're having war, so I'm going to nuke you right away? They're not going to go right to nukes. They're going to have to do ground invasions and stuff like that. Just like in World War II, they didn't immediately drop the bombs on Japan. So they could, declare war. They realize, we're just going to end them. We're just going to fucking nuke them because remember, the people are going to fight in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. So,
it's basically going to be a repeat of any war before. It's like, they're going to declare war. They're gonna start doing shit.
The draft,
right? They're gonna invade some place,
and the troops will have to take the chip. I'm sure.
God, they gonna claim
they have to. It's gonna be mandatory.
Pretty sure they're already taking it, but I don't know.
They gonna claim to invade some place because the U.S. be fucking lying. They set up everything, and it's like
I was talking about that in the beginning too.
They set up. Hey man, that's the spirit. Because bro, they set up everything.
Yeah.
They pin it on somebody else.
And and then they go to war because I was telling them they gotta go to war because their economy is fucked. So and just like with the Great Depression, they got out of that mainly because the factories were building bullets and tanks and stuff. That's why they were so able to get out of that because it gave people jobs, and then the economy fucking flourished because of that, because of war.
Ain't no getting out of this one though.
Exactly.
They gonna think that they good. But man, the U.S. don't realize how much they fucking themselves, bro. Like they don't.
They don't. Like how much debt they have. That's the thing. People be saying, "Well, not in my lifetime." Well, I don't know. I mean, unless you plan on dying like next month, then.
Exactly.
Because look how much they're in debt. That debt bubble it's not going to be. The economy's going to collapse tomorrow. No, it's just going to pop out of nowhere, and it's going to come out of it's just going to be a surprise to everybody.
Everybody's going to be like,
except us. I mean, it'll surprise us because it's like, well, we didn't expect it to happen now, but but we know it's coming close.
Right. It's like, bro, like. Yeah, but
it's real deal gonna startle everybody because like it's just gonna crash and everybody's gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck? Didn't see that.
Bro, and it's like, bro, like I heard because somebody said to me once, like, so you just not gonna be worried about none of this shit. And it's like we're not gonna be worried about it, but at the same time, I mean, like I've been saying, bro, we don't know what is happening. So just like if the dollar crash, it's gonna be shocking to us, but we not finna be shook. Because we know we've been noticed.
Because that's what. Because if you look at it the way they say, like a thief in the night, basically we're looking out the window, so we know the thief is coming. We're watching for him.
Exactly.
We're gonna see him running up to the door, man.
Right.
Exactly.
And we're gonna be ready.
And that's what we're doing now. So yeah, like I said, when the dollar crash, we gonna be shocked at first and be like, oh well, fuck it, another prophecy. Call all praises. Then fucking when the FEMA troops start doing all they shit, hey, all praises, man. Hell, when Leviathan come out, we gonna be shook.
Man, I don't know if you Akim saw that video. A brother, I think he's like an elder or head of a camp or something. His son had a dream about Leviathan, man, and he said there was missiles coming down and chariots, and he said there was bodies all over. And his son doesn't know the truth. His son is like 5 or something, man.
I know what you're talking about. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that video.
He drew a picture of it, and there was a big monster like destroying stuff, man.
Hey, so is Leviathan coming when the Most High break the clouds, or is it before?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought he was coming in. I thought he was coming in when World War III, like real deal breaking out.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, low key though. So you like I haven't seen Godzilla, but I would figure whenever the Most High do have him come out,
you'll know when he comes out, man.
That's what I'm saying. But I think that's when they would shoot the missiles. Because how else are you gonna kill that nigga?
Well, I don't think they're gonna shoot missiles at him.
Well, not
unless America's gonna shoot missiles at him, but
no. But I'm saying like other countries gonna shoot at him because they gonna have that fear of shit. He gonna come over here and fuck us up. Or
I'm pretty sure scriptures talk about how nothing is gonna do anything to him. The missiles are gonna.
I mean, I ain't saying the missiles gonna kill him or nothing, but because it's a Leviathan.
I mean, you gotta have Yahweh Shemel Shai in your mindset when you see a big ass monster that is taller than a building standing in front of you, man.
Like, bro, like you just gonna look up and be like, bro, like, bro, if I walk outside and I see this man, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But I'm not. I know he's not coming for me, so.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about shit.
And then all we're talking about all these things. I mean, is a PhD going to save you from these things?
Exactly.
Is a 4.0 GPA, is a $100,000 a year from your job going to get? None of that shit is profitable to salvation, man.
They all gonna be saying that though. They all gonna be like, but there ain't no way I'm supposed to die. I did so
Yeah.
good in my life. I was an AB honor student in high school. I got a PhD. I'm in physics. Like I got a family, a house on the hill. Like I don't deserve to die, man.
You talk about this stuff, and then Jake's gonna say, "Well, I got guns." So does Esau, and that's his blessing. He's gonna kill you with that shit, man. He's gonna fuck you over with that.
They gonna up the pull.
Bro, he could fucking DW your house, man, while you're sleeping.
Bro, they finna up the pole quicker than they would. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Esau gonna shoot him for way quicker than than Jake would.
They are this I'm tripping. This Zephaniah 1:18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
That's right.
Shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Yo, money's not gonna save you, man. That's what
you can get Proverbs 11. There's 2 precepts in Proverbs 11 talking about.
You said that was Zephaniah and what?
1:18.
1:18.
Yeah, but I got you. I'm about to pull that.
I'm gonna get these. Well, also when you're done getting Proverbs, you could. I'm pretty sure Zephaniah 1 actually talks about the day of the Lord being dark and gloomy, because people think, well, it's gonna be sunshine, rainbows, and some cracker's gonna come down and give out stickers and shit. They're gonna have to do. All right, this is Second Ezra.
He said get out stickers.
Yeah, that shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Hell no. Hey, that's what people think though, man.
Bro, they really think everybody finna get raised up into heaven. Like a lot of people think that. I'm like, bro, that shit not finna happen.
Well,
like,
what Christians think, they think that he's gonna come back and people are gonna get raptured in the sky, which I'm pretty sure the word rapture means rape, and rapture is not in the scriptures.
Bugged out.
You retarded.
And then they think that the people that are left are going to be down here for 7 years while the Antichrist is fighting Jesus Christ. Which Jesus Christ isn't Antichrist because he's fucking fake, man.
Fucking retarded. They're
he's
dumb.
Against Yahushua. I'm going to read this.
You ever seen the episode of it's still on topic of this. You ever seen the American Dad episode where that shit happened?
Yeah, that's what
they thinking that's exactly going to happen like that. So that's why nobody's really worried, because some people are like, well, I'm just going to fight with Jesus, and then I'm going to be saved after we done fighting the Antichrist. I'm like, bro, y'all retarded.
That's also false prophets, because if you remember, Stan got raped by that false guy.
Right.
The fuck? It's because they're looking for a cracker, and they're not going to find him, man. Why would a cracker save you, man? Why would he save you? Why would he save you?
Why y'all going to rely on someone that's ruining your life to this day? And y'all sitting there like, man, fuck the white man, but y'all go praise to a white man.
Jake is gone, man.
Jake gotta go, bro.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And this, the book of 2 Ezra, and other, books by Ezra, proves reincarnation, because he's talking about the last days. Why would he be worried about that if he was here before Yahushua was even here? Because he's back right now. That's why, because a lot of the prophets that got sick when they saw judgment, and Ezra even said in chapter 16 of 2 Ezra, he said, who's going to deliver me in those days? Well, why is he worried about that if he's going to be dead? Because he came back and he's here right now. But I'm going to get, hello?
You still good?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, we just listening.
Okay, I was like, dang. All right. Well, I be doing. Sometimes I'll be on a call or something, and I'll have myself muted the whole time. It's like, all right, this is because tying in with that, this is Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So just like that. I was trying to find a scripture, because we were talking about riches not saving you. It was talking about people casting their riches in the streets.
I got 2 of them in Proverbs 11.
All right, I'll try and find the other one, but go ahead and read those out.
All right. Hey, this whole chapter heavy though. This Proverbs 11 and verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. And then I'm gonna jump down to where's that?
I got that highlighted. That's the spirit.
28. Yeah, Proverbs 11:28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch.
Yeah, and
Right?
like we were saying, Jake be worshiping money, man. He worships
Huh?
Esau. That's his god.
I gotta go secure the bag, man. That's what they be
And
saying.
this
That's
shit,
what Jake be
and
saying.
these niggas so simple, bro, because this shit ain't backed by nothing, bro. Y'all kill niggas over paper. Y'all stealing paper.
No, that's it. See how we say it. We say it's not backed up by anything because it isn't. But then we say paper. It's not even paper. Even that's a lie, man. It's not even paper.
So
It's
what
not even
really?
made out of paper.
What is it really? What really is it then?
It's like cotton and something else. So if that's true, which I've checked, some sort. Looked it up. I've also been told it. If it's actually made out of cotton, your ancestors are picking cotton, being beat to death to pick it, and you're fucking dying over it.
Hey,
Like, what the
Lord
hell,
willing,
man?
Bro, Salak, I was just finna ask you that. I said, so that means if it's cotton, was our ancestors picking that shit to make paper? I mean, to make the money. I mean,
I don't know.
if that's something,
Well,
that's what it made it. That's what you made it seem like that was. I was like, wait, so we got killed over that shit, and killing other niggas over that shit.
Well, they're doing it. They were getting killed to pick it, and now they'll worship it. They'll die over it again.
Lord willing, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna do some research on it. And I'm gonna see it, and if it is,
yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look it up because I can. But I want to get this.
I'll fuck around and do a lesson on that. But yeah, pull that out.
Ezekiel 7. Okay.
I was about to say this shit cut off.
No, I was. What the heck? I looked it up and. Oh, it's bro. Just watch this, all right? Because I looked it up and it said Ezekiel 7 and 9, and I forgot it said 19. It said Ezekiel 7 and 19, and I was like, I forgot it said 19. I thought it was 9, so I looked at 9, and I'm gonna read this because I didn't even. This is just listen.
I got that highlighted.
Ezekiel 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to get 19, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking like
I didn't know I was right because I was already on the page, but you said 9, so I was like, all right, I don't have that highlighted.
I was gonna get 19, and then all of a sudden it's just like just read 9. I'm like, okay. So this is Ezekiel 7 and 9. Oh man. Okay, verse 8. Okay, yeah, verse 8. Ezekiel 7 and 8. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh that smiteth. Man. Oh, man. All right. I mean, if you want to read 19, you got it, man.
Yeah, I got you. I had that highlight. I was like, is that the spirit? Oh, shit. Ezekiel 7 and 19. They shall cast silver into the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither will fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
That's right. So it's not gonna save you, man. It's not gonna deliver you from wrath, and that scripture goes great with what we just read, because Yahweh said he ain't gonna have pity on you, man. Nothing you're doing is pleasing Yahweh, man. Yahweh created us to serve him, and you can't even do that. I mean, we fail. We're failures because we went off so many times and made so many mistakes, but you don't even want to get right, man. Like you're going to be destroyed utterly, and there is no way around that. And you can think it's 10 years, away or never happening. You can think whatever the hell you want, but at the end of the day, Yahweh's thoughts ain't your thoughts, man. They're going to be destroyed soon.
Yeah, man. Like the brother said, man, we fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? It's on all.
Yeah, we ain't up here claiming to be perfect,
yeah.
man.
And that's what a lot of people, they get the impression of that we're claiming to be perfect, and I've never claimed to be that. I've never heard any of the apostle, elders of hell, any brothers say that they're perfect. But I mean, I think the scriptures do say that.
Yeah, about being perfect. Yep.
Yeah, something about us being perfect, but still, at the end of the day, man, our scriptures also say that our righteousness is as filthy rags. Simply paraphrasing.
Yeah,
right?
That's in Isaiah.
So it's like, we not shit, bro. Matter of fact, hold on. I had a scripture saying something about a man that thinks he's something, but he is nothing, has deceived himself.
Oh yeah, I've read that too. You want me to get it?
Yeah, Baba Kashak. Because I just had it, but I do not remember where the hell I was at.
I was gonna say this real quick.
I think
Before y'all start,
Titus. It might be in Titus. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this is why I would say this is maybe a main reason why Jake don't got fate, because I be seeing it on movies and these people be saying it in real life. They be saying it's so called they say so called God's real, then why is this not happening to me? Why if the Lord loved me, why don't I have this big house? Like they so wrapped around a materialistic thing for one, and it's like they lose faith because the Lord haven't give them this, that, and the third. That's
and
why
they don't even understand the scriptures then, because Yahweh, he loves the people that he loves, he's putting them through hell, man, to try them before Jacob's trouble happens. He's not giving the people he loves, all this and that, money, and I mean he's giving you enough to get by. Exactly. But the scripture you wanted was in Galatians 6:3, and I'm gonna read down to verse 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll pull that.
I'll read it for you, but you got it. You can break it down. This is Galatians 6:3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden.
And that was I think going down, it talks about the reaping what you sow.
Yeah, I just looked at that right when he said
yeah. And
what was that again?
This
Galatians 6:3-5. 3, 4,
yeah,
and 5.
Yeah, the first couple of verses, man, is pretty heavy. But
wait, say it one more time, because I'm not hearing it right on my end.
Galatians,
okay.
6, 3, 4, and 5. Like the verse 3, 4, and 5.
But yeah, scripture say, man, that's why we're not coming up here trying to boast like we have this knowledge, but we got to remember at the end of the day, this was given to us, man, and we didn't just wake up and get all this by ourselves, so we always make sure that we throw up praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, first and foremost. But we don't think ourselves to be anything above. We know that we're princes of the power, but as far as on this side, we ain't shit, man, and that's why a lot of Jake go off, because they think that they are actually something. And that's where a lot of women go off, because they think that they actually have a position besides what they were put here to do.
That goes into the people that just come into the truth. They come in, all of a sudden they get all puffed up and they think they're elders. Like all of a sudden they're some prophet, and, they're above.
Right. Get big-headed as hell.
Yeah. And that's known as an upstart.
They be gassing their own head up, bro. And that's what's like, bro. And then, verse 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. And that's what we doing, man. We proving our work,
And that also goes into you can't be saved off somebody else's work.
Hey, I was just about to say that. But we can't, and that's what I put. I think I didn't pull this in it, but I had a video talking about nobody can hold your hand, and the title says it all, man. Nobody can hold your hand in this, and you can't be saved off another man's work.
I mean, we build each other up, but I mean, at the end of the day, I can't cross the finish line for you, and you can't do it for me.
And that's why I was like, and I pulled the reaping what you sow scripture, but I didn't go into verse 4 or 5.
I'm gonna read 7 and 8 in the chapter. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Man. And that's the second time the Most High done had these scriptures pulled out. So that means that we it's an important thing as far as Israel goes, man.
We brought that up before?
Yeah, I brought that up like a good 10, 15 minutes ago. I don't know, bro. Somehow, we worked our way back to it, man. But shit, man, the Spirit moving, man. He pull out what he want to pull out. But nah, man, because that's a lot of people. They got that shit. They got the game twisted on that part, man.
That's another reason why we can't get all proud, because it's not even us speaking. It's Yahweh using us to speak, man.
Exactly.
And Yahweh can kill us and then bring somebody else up even better. That's why we got to show our worth. That's why we got to be hot, man. On fire.
You don't want no lukewarm nigga, man. But
exactly.
And that's why, bro, like, people, the Lord's not dealing with you, man. You're not going to understand this, because if you tell a simple nigga that the Spirit's moving and how we know all this and how we know what to say, man, because the Spirit's telling us, man, The Most High speaks through his prophets, man. He speaks through his men. He reveals his secrets to his prophets. So that's how we're able to know all these things.
Yeah. The Father that speaketh in us, I'm pretty sure Yahweh Shai even said that.
So it's like, bro, like that's how we're speaking this, man. But scriptures say, you know, everybody ain't gonna get this. I mean, simple paraphrasing, but that's just like basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of precepts on
I'm
that.
gonna say I don't know how many precepts goes to that.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yeah, and he says that several times.
Yeah, and I was saying, if any man have an ear, meaning if you got a spiritual ear, and if your spirit's able to reside with this, but if you can't reside with this, then shit, you deaf out here, man. You deaf, blind, disabled, all the above, man. Like you fucked. that's about as simple we can get you, bro. And it's like, bro, really, like, I don't know, cause I was watching a video earlier, and they was trying to go back and forth with the apostle talking about why did the Most High choose Israel, and it's like, nigga, that's how he wanted it. Like,
what kind of question is that?
Question that you gonna go against Yahweh?
Why can't? So now he can't do whatever he wants because apparently he's like, better than him. What the hell?
Like, yeah, and I think it was an Ishmaelite because he had a lot of questions concerning them, and then he tried to get on if Muhammad was a prophet and some other shit.
He wasn't a prophet though,
and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
He's just a fucking man, man. You know, I mean, we all men, but he wasn't no prophet. He was
pretty sure he actually did something with girls too, man. Like I'm pretty sure he, like raped like little girls or some shit. I don't even remember what it was.
He did the shit that they claim in GMS to do. Like, fuck out of here, bro. But nah, man. Like,
no, I mean like little girls, man. Like
no, that's what I'm saying.
Not like adults in the ancient world, but like literally little girls.
Oh,
boys or something like that.
That's even worse than.
I'm not sure. I'm not putting it. You know, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Don't they hit us with the rape thing? Because like they say like when a woman becomes an adult is like what at 12?
Man, look, all right.
When she gets her period.
Yeah.
So boom, real quick. And scriptures say there's a scripture regarding it.
The flower of her age when she passed the flower of her age. Yeah, Apostle Paul wrote it. Which is heavy because Apostle Dahar, I believe, is Apostle Paul, and he's the one that brings that out.
Bro, he bring it out all the time, bro. Hey, man, look. Hey, the spirit be moving, bro.
And Apostle Dahar even said, he's like, you know, you guys talk about us liking little girls, and he's like, I like women older than me. So, you know, man. And aren't these people bearing false witness? Because we don't do that shit. So they're bearing false witness.
Exactly, and they breaking one of the commandments that they claiming to follow.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you guys this, because I watched a video of Elder Apostle Bar, and he actually, this is proof. Like this, I can put a nail in. The IUIC leader, he made a video, you know, and he confessed that Nate and some other guy and him were a member in their congregation was rich, and they were extorting him for money to live delicately. They actually admitted that. Yeah. So their whole camp is just, you know, well, I'm pretty sure Nate was actually a cop. Like, he was actually a police officer.
Yeah. I heard that a couple times before. So
I didn't even know he was a cop.
Man, Nate is a goddamn devil, man.
I don't even know too much about Nate because I don't even listen. So
I honestly believe Nate is Caiaphas. If you know who Caiaphas is.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that had Yahweh Shai crucified because he hated him. He spit on him and all that type of shit. Pretty much.
I think you said that before to me, so I think that's how I heard it. But the brother Jeremiah, he be talking about he was like he think he was Judas because of how he switched.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know. I was like one of the two. You could. That's a good point.
It could be either, but yeah, like that, bro. That man, he switched up on Yahweh Shai, yo. Like he was teaching the names and everything.
Yeah, he did. And I'm telling you, Joanna, you probably haven't seen that video, but it was an old video. It was an old video, and he was standing there. And he was sitting there, and he was going through the Hebrew, and he was saying, you got to call on the name. He's like, Yahweh Shai. And he said, you have to call on these names. And now he said you can call him whatever you want.
Now he's talking about Christ. Hell, Israel.
I heard
Christ. Like, bro, he's a fucking.
You know what? One of his members said. I saw a video of it. His members said you can call him Yo Play Yogurt.
What the fuck is that?
Yogurt.
Yeah, Yo Play Yogurt. It's like a brand of yogurt. Like, he's saying you can call him anything you want because he knows that you're talking about him. That ain't the case.
What the fuck?
That's not true. That's not true. And how is that fear, man? How is that fear? That's not fear.
Exactly, bro.
If you were like, I always like, I care, you know, not to be disrespectful because I mean it in a much more spiritual way. But I liken Yahweh onto like a mafia boss. Everybody knows who his name is, and if you fuck up, he can get you clapped in a heartbeat, man.
Exactly.
Like seriously.
But hey,
I mean, you'll know his name. You ain't gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna call him whatever I want." No, he'll kill your ass.
And I think that's spiritual because wasn't them niggas Jakes?
Yeah.
Like the people that was in Mafia.
And the guy in the movie, he's known as the Godfather.
Con. So, hey man. Bro,
I gotta watch that movie again. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Like I didn't even watch.
That's on Netflix. That's actually on Netflix, unless they took it.
I remember me and my pops watched like half of the movie like a while back, but I never finished it. I need to finish it.
Yeah, the Godfather's good.
Nah, man, yeah, bro. Like it's like Lord willing, bro. I'm gonna show you that video because man, like they have a video of this man breaking down the name.
Yeah.
Now he's just shitting on your Howard Shot, man. Like the Lord gonna kill that nigga, man. I don't. Out of all these bug outs, man, I think I dislike Nick the most, yo. And that's simply because
you do.
You blasphemizing the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
So Nate's one of the devils.
Huh?
He's not literally an Edomite, but he's a complete sellout, man. Is
he part of the tribe though?
Yeah,
he's an Israelite. He's just a fucking coon, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. He a Jake, but he a fucking coon.
And if this was the ancient world, he'd be stoned in a heartbeat, man. Because he blasphemes the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Especially if they find out that he used to teach us shit. Yeah, they. Do you
know what General Yohana says?
No, I don't follow up on that nigga like that.
Because there was a clip because GMS brought it out because ISUPK. When I watched this, ISUPK was coming on them on GMS about rape. Even though because this is the thing, GMS because they had some woman, just some random woman, and they started talking to her, and she understood what GMS was saying because it made sense. And she was saying, and so now they were getting mad, and they were saying, well, GMS rapes it, and that's all they can ever say. Notice how they never rebuke us with scriptures; they just always say, well, you rape. Yeah, because
anybody in GMS is raping though.
Nobody is exactly.
Nobody's raping. So I'm like, what are y'all talking about? They just want to get at that doctrine.
And the scriptures say we're going to go back to the days of the old. So why wouldn't we teach you what the hell we used to do?
That was just a law. It was just just like Esau says, you go to prison for X amount of years if you rape. It's the same thing, man.
And it's like, bro. And then on top of that, man, we always pull the scripture. Everything is lawful, but not everything's expedient. So it's like, bro, either way, no member in GMS has a 12-year-old bitch at the crib. No member whatsoever. They don't even have a fucking, bro, they ain't got no damn little ass kid there, bro. Or no damn teenager in this society, bro. They got grown ass fucking women.
But this is what he said. General Yohana, he said that anal sex is lawful.
Oh yeah, see now he's bugged out.
Damn, that's filthy.
And this is the thing with that, Salaki. This is the thing with that. Me off of my opinion. Once again, my opinion don't mean shit. But if a man is comfortable enough to fuck his female on that anal sex shit,
that's gay.
That's
gay. That's gay. You look up sodomy. You look up the word sodomy, and it says anal or oral sex. That's what it says.
Bro, that's filthy as hell. Like, I didn't even really.
She has.
That's something I don't even really even get into. Like, that shit's just filthy. It's like, bro, that's the defiled. That's going off. Like, that's the defiled of the body. Like, bro, that's where you shit and you want to put your dick in an ass, bro. Yeah. And your dick on top of that.
That's how diseases get started. That's why men do that because they don't have pussy, so they fuck each other in the ass. And that's gay. That's sodomy, man. They were doing that in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's gay as fuck. Not only that, but he teaches, Mark of the Beast is Christianity and all this fucking madness. He doesn't go out. The one guy, I'm going to be honest, okay? Because, we like being honest. The one guy I actually think is sincere, but he needs to humble down is Zabak. That's because he's not like teaching madness like the names don't matter or anal sex, but he just needs to humble down and respect the apostles, man, and come under them. Because he's out there all the time. He's doing the work, but he's so prideful. And he needs to get out of that or he's going to be destroyed.
And that's the problem with a lot of Jake, man. Like, they teaching good shit, but they just too prideful, bro, and they don't want to submit. And truth be told, man, that's one of the hardest things you got to do when coming into the truth, man. The fact that you have to submit and listen to another man that 9 times out of 10 you've never met. You know what I'm saying? If they telling you how to do something, that's where a lot of niggas have a problem with.
Basically, they got the skills, they got the game. They just don't want to listen to the coach, man.
Exactly.
They don't want to. They don't want to go off the textbook, the playbook. They want to do their own thing, and that's not. It's not going to roll like that. So Zabak either comes out of that or he gets destroyed because he's teaching the false doctrine. But he may have sold out. I don't know, but out of everybody, out of everybody else besides GMS, he's like the one guy that seems like he may actually just be prideful, and then he could just. Because Nate, he definitely sold out. That's not even really a question. Right?
But even I'm saying, even if he did it, Nate don't do no type of fucking work. They ain't never outside. Only time they was outside was that funky ass fucking parade, and that shit, bro. Like,
I can't say Nate sold out, because I can't necessarily prove that like straight up. But I believe that he sold out. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying he sold out, but I. Bro, and that's why I
the
way he acts. I believe he sold out.
But that's what I'm saying. The apostles say that shit a lot.
Because they believe the same thing. He's just
so it's like either way, bro. He's not doing the work, man. He's not out there. Like I said, they only went out for that damn parade or that marching shit. And it's like if marching didn't help these regular niggas, why would it help y'all? The scriptures don't say nothing about that. Yeah. Y'all just, buddy, they just dumb, bro.
It's a lot, but I'm hearing what you're saying. Didn't Nate though used to like preach with used to do the work with Apostle Tahar and recalling them?
Yeah, bro, he knows them. Bro.
I'm pretty sure he went to One West.
Anytime,
but the Elder Apostle Tahar, I mean, there's a lot of things we don't know about him because Elder Apostle Tahar, he was saying in a live I watched a couple of days ago or yesterday, he was saying, if you actually know him, you know he's not anything like he looks like. Because he tries to show himself some upright guy, but Elder Apostle Tahar said you get to know him, and he's the complete, he's just nowhere near what he shows himself to be like.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Nate knew he knows, bro. Apostle Tahar knows this nigga, bro. Like Apostle Ricard knows.
Yeah, everybody knows Apostle Tahar, man, and nobody can say, well, he ain't this, he ain't nothing. Everybody knows that he's up there, man, and they're envious of that. That's why they start their own thing, and they want to be the top guy, man. They don't work like that.
Apostle Tahar, bro. That's all it is. Like, bro,
exactly.
Shut your ass up, submit, and get in order, bro, and that's it, bro. But it's like, Apostle Ricard said one time, man, he seen Nate, and he was finna rebuke his ass, and he started saluting him and shit, talking about Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahushua, Barakatah. But keep in mind, this is the same nigga that's not teaching the names, saying that you can call him anything. But when he sees one of the apostles, he makes sure that he greets them and salutes them like that.
Yeah, so how does he fits that scripture to a T in James? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Come on.
So I'm not saying he sold out, but I believe he sold out, man. The way he's showing himself, because we're gonna get you to watch that video because he was dead ass saying,
"Yeah, bro,
I'm gonna have to watch that because he sound like a backward ass nigga. Like he sound like he's trying to like lay low, like he's trying to do his shit, but he's laying low behind the radar so he can get away with what he's doing.
They're about vainglory and money. That's what other camps are about, man. They talk about they always nag about, well, did you pay your tees to the apostles, or they always fuck with us about that. They don't say, well, pay tees or you're out. It's just a respectable thing as part of the law. But these other people, they even have the Passover. You have to pay money to go to the Passover, man.
Yeah, and see
that is fucked up.
That sounds like a pastor going into the church.
Yeah, because that's what they are. That's why they got the, what is that? The 50, what is that called?
501c, some shit like that.
Yeah, C3 or something like that. Yeah.
It's a business. That's what the fuck it's a damn business.
Yeah, not like a business how we say it. They're literally doing it for money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like bro, these niggas is vain as hell, bro. Is this a parking spot? This is a parking spot. Salaki,
I forgot you still in the car.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you.
I don't know. I don't know if we should end the live and then keep talking because I mean we're kind of still
we
live.
all know keep on topic and we on live.
Oh no! I just noticed that.
Well, I mean it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to keep secret. I mean we're not saying Nate sold out, Johanna sold out, but we believe they sold out, man. They're completely double-minded, man. They're doing. Gosh, man.
I mean it's still
back it up, so it's like
It's still good though because it's still in the process of Jacob's trouble. Still, like we were still on topic. Still, we were just talking about other stuff.
Yeah, well, the false prophets was a part of it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying we was technically still on topic this whole time. We never really got off.
Man, yeah, everything. Man, this
righteous rant. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's all in the spirit.
This truth, man, is like a puzzle, man. Everything fits, bro.
Scriptures talk a lot about false prophets, man,
and that's what I'm saying. We can pull them, but
yeah,
like the brother said, it's a righteous rant. You know what I'm saying? So either way, we can pull scriptures. We can sit here and talk about it. Either way,
edification's coming out.
Exactly.
We're gonna show you that video though, Yuana. I'm dead ass serious. He was holding up.
I'm dead ass. I need to watch.
And he was saying you gotta call on these names, otherwise, bro. Oh my! I was so fucking mad when I saw that shit.
I'm gonna end the live real quick. We gonna get back onto this. I'm just gonna end the live real quick though.
All right. Wait, can we close it? Are we gonna close it first?
Yeah, we're gonna close it. All
right. Yeah.
Does anybody want to close it, or y'all want me to close it?
All right, I'll close it.
Yeah, you can close.
So with that said, after this, lesson and rant, we're gonna close it now. So with that said, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who we believe to be the true men of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and we believe that the other one sold out. And we should, one of us should actually post that video of Nate doing that, man. Like Yuana, you can actually show your screen, I'm pretty sure, and you can show him doing that.
We're gonna test it out. Let's close this.
Not now, but I'm saying if we want to make one on false prophets. But yeah, so peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom. Fuck Esau.